If you're into living history or you've been reenacting for any amount of time, pre-modern era, then you've probably come across these. These are little water bottles made of leather and lined on the inside with beeswax. You see them a lot in living history. They're handy, they're easy to find, they last a long time. But I haven't found any proof of them being used in the 16th or 17th century in the Netherlands. We do, on the other hand, have proof for other ways of carrying small amounts of water, especially for travelers. Like pilgrim bottles, they have about this shape, but they're made of earthenware. And gourds. In English they're called gourds, but we call them kalebas. They are made of a species of pumpkin that you can dry and hollow out and then line on the inside with beeswax. And if you start looking for them, you can find a lot of them in historical art. They have a few different shapes. This is like the most common shape you find. Now for the main part of the video, we're going to show how you can make them yourself. First we're going to solve the top. Then we'll clean up the edge with a knife. You can break up the inside of the gourd with either a small stick or some metal wire and small rocks that you can put on the inside and shake around. You need to get all the seeds and the papery membrane out of the gourd before you can go on to the next step. This took me about an hour, and this is everything that came out of the gourd. Now we're going to move on to the lining. You can do this with either beeswax or paraffin wax. I'm using beeswax here. A tip with the beeswax is don't heat it up too much that when you pour in the second layer, it will melt the first layer. And when you do that, you can keep adding on layers, but it's not getting any thicker. This one I used 3 layers of beeswax, and at the end I always dip the tip, which in this case means putting a ring of beeswax around the opening of the gourd. I think it's a bit more pleasant to drink out of that way. And once it's cooled down, the only thing you need is either a cork or a wooden stopper that fits the bottle, and then you're done. Now I'm not saying you can't use leather water bottles in the 16th or 17th century Dutch setting. Of course you can. Most of the events we have in the Netherlands are in the summer, and you just need to stay hydrated. And like I said, the leather water bottles are easily available and easy to find. There are a lot of vendors that sell leather water bottles in a vast multitude of sizes and forms. The gourds can be pretty hard to find, especially in like the form I'm using here. So just use what's available to you, and the only thing I'm saying is the gourd is slightly more historically accurate than the leather water bottle in the Netherlands. Like I know of a find on the Mary Rose from the beginning of the 16th century, but that's British. If anyone out there has any information or sources about leather water bottles in the 16th and 17th century in the Netherlands, please share your information, because the best thing you can do in this hobby is all learn and educate together.